Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakach Wadash. And the belongers to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, of GMS, that do teach well, that have taught me this truth. To you I say shalom, and shalom unto the hopeful elect. Kwam Yashal and Abad Babal. And this is going to be a CHIP update going into the mandatory chipping, mandatory digital ID, pursuant to Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse on down. And the latest is Ethiopia. They're bringing forth the mandatory digital ID for their people. And we're seeing these different nations bringing forth some type of digital ID or CBDC, some type of cashless program for their citizens. But the latest is Ethiopia. It says here from biometricupdate.com, mandatory digital ID for banking policy goes into effect in Ethiopia. Phased implementation begins in Addis Ababa. And it says phase implementation. And this thing is going to be brought to you through phases. It's going to be done in increments. All right, so give me 1 second here. Salakia. Just had to do something real quick. But yeah, phase implementation begins in Addis Ababa. And it's going to be done through phases, man. And we're seeing Ethiopia bringing this out in phases. As we've seen with these other nations, for example, China, Russia, even over here in the Western world, with even Canada and also the United States. We also seen this in Canada. I've done many videos on that, especially going into the province of Ontario, bringing forth a digital ID. So this is all a part of the NWO, and the whole world is on board. And what do I mean by that? I'm talking about the world's elites, because it's really the elites and the international banking families that are controlling things behind the scenes. They're the ones pulling the strings behind these different nations' governments. So that's what you're seeing. So it says an Ethiopian government policy requiring the mandatory use of the National Digital ID, otherwise known as Fayda, for banking transactions, such as the opening of a bank account, has gone into effect in the capital Addis Ababa. According to authorities, the policy will be implemented in a phased manner between now and December 31st, 2026, in order to allow citizens who have not acquired the Fayda ID the opportunity to do so. Fayda now has over 11 million registrations. And I checked this out too to see if this is real. And I went on the Ethiopian government website to check it out. I have it pulled up here, id.gov.et /Fayda. And this is for Ethiopia. And you can see here, so they have it set up. And it's similar to Canada as well. Talking about the website and the way it's formatted. You see this even with the Ontario provincial government website. It's set up the same way, but they're just calling it a different thing. But the governments of the world, they're bringing forth this whole digital ID service. So it's not a coincidence. Look at this. Get Fayda registration. And it says here, Fayda is designed to provide all residents of Ethiopia with a secure digital ID with full unique identifier to enable seamless access to essential services. And that's what they're doing, man. They're pushing convenience. And that's how they're going to come to you. Like they're an angel of light. I say this all the time. Also, 2 Corinthians 2:11, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. But, hey, man, a lot of you people are going to be ignorant. If you're ignorant, be ignorant then. A lot of you people don't like what the prophets are saying, but hey, man, it doesn't matter if you like what the prophets are saying. This is a message from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, And the prophets, the men of the Lord, were sent to you as watchmen. And that's what you're going to get with a watchman. They're going to keep warning you, and they're going to keep telling you the same things, and they're going to sound like a broken record. But anyway, if you want to be ignorant, stay ignorant. Then let the day of the Lord catch you off guard as a thief in the night does. Because that's what's going to happen. So keep thinking it's a game. Keep thinking that this is not serious. It is serious. The world is changing. All right, and it's not changing for the good. It's changing for the worse. So it says to start, select the convenient registration center from our array of locations. Then complete your registration in person by submitting your biometric data and approved documents. Once registered, you'll receive your unique 12-digit Fayda identification number, FIN, via SMS to your mobile. If preferred, it can also be offered in a digital copy via our Telebeer mini app or solid physical ID card if requested by the resident. See? Okay? So here we go, man. Digital ID, it's here. It's here. It's here. Now let's take a look. Mobile app. Manage your Fayda ID anytime, anywhere with our dedicated mobile app. This holistic resident application provides secure access to your ID details, updates, and notifications, ensuring you can conveniently manage your national ID from your smartphone. See, it's all about convenience, right? It's about convenience. Making life easier for you. Because isn't that what angels do? They make your life a little bit easier by giving you certain messages, by giving you certain things, by protecting you. So they're the angel of God, huh? Well, no, they're not. They're the angel on the left-hand side. And you people think that this is God's way of helping you. It's not God's way of helping you. Let me get ministers. Let's get a precept here. Let's get a precept. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Yahushua. Hey, and that comes in the form of the government trying to tell you that they're the savior. Really, when you go into the word government, it really means to govern the mind or to control the mind. Right? And doesn't Yahushua control our minds? He does. If you're in this truth, you'll understand what I'm saying. Right? But anyways, I'm just using this as an example. But you do have individuals out here who are pretending to be apostles, but they're really deceitful workers. Talking about in this thing of ours, this Hebrew Israelite thing of ours too. You got people who are not teaching the proper doctrine. You got a lot of people who are in wolves' clothing, man. Out here trying to devour the flock, trying to destroy the congregation of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai. You do, right? So, but this can apply to the government as well, But in the context of the precept, yes, you do have people that are in this thing of ours that are trying to say that they are the prophets when they're not the prophets. They're really deceitful workers, man. All right, and you know the different groups that are out there. But anyways, man, verse 14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. That's right, Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Hey, this is going to bring light to the world, isn't it? This whole digital ID, this cashless system. This is all for your convenience, right? To make it easier. Things going to make things worse. Become a more centralized government. People are going to be monitored closely. You're going to have no freedom. It's going to take away your rights, not give you rights. Man, I spoke about this before. I don't have to go into the specifics again, do I? Man, many brothers, many the apostles themselves, they made videos on this. Verse 15, therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. Let me read that in the NLT. So it is no wonder that his servants also disguise themselves as servants of righteousness, In the end, they will get punished for their wicked deeds deserve. Yeah, man, and you're gonna reap what you sow, and that's this government. This government is gonna reap what they sow, and right now, they're bringing forth tyranny. So what are they gonna get for that? They're gonna get punished. They're gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction because that's how the beast is gonna go out. Right? The beast is gonna go out by the way of thermonuclear destruction and by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, or really the angels with Yahushai coming back here and destroying this place. Then you're going to realize that they weren't as great as they portrayed themselves to be. You're going to realize that they were false. They were workers of iniquity. Because that's what they're going to bring you with this whole digital ID. It's going to put you in a state of iniquity. What is iniquity? You being in the condition without having the law. Because this isn't going to make you follow the Lord's commandments. This isn't going to really bring true peace. You know, this isn't going to get you closer with Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. It's going to get you closer with the flesh. Right? But in the spirit, this is not going to help you. So they're going to get what they deserve, man. This place deserves to be destroyed. All right, man. Let me just get Revelation 13. And before I do that, let's go back to the other website. Just finish this up. Now it says, since January 1st, the measure has been effective in the capital market. Ethiopia reports the policy will be extended to bank branches in other major cities of the country from July 1st, while a nationwide implementation is scheduled for January 1st, 2026. All bank account holders are required to link their accounts with their Fayda ID by December 31st, 2026. The government says the policy is part of efforts to incorporate the digital ID into all aspects of nation life. So all aspects of nation life. Hey, and that goes along with what Klaus Schwab said about bringing forth this NWO and this whole digital system. But everything's going to be monitored by that digital ID. That includes your carbon footprint, going into gases, fossil fuels that you use for your vehicles, how much gas you're burning in your home, how much energy you're using in your home. If you go over that set limit, you get fined or you get charged for it. That isn't freedom. When you go to the grocery store, you have to pay by the way of a chip. It's all cashless. Everything's going to be documented. All right, so hey, it's here. I'm going to read that again. It says, It says here, the government says the policy is part of efforts to incorporate the digital ID into all aspects of nation life. All aspects of nation life. All aspects. So everything that you interact with on a day-to-day basis is going to be linked with this digital ID. Think about that. Ain't that some shit? That's serious. So everything you can think of, especially when it comes to buying and selling, everything that you do. So nothing can be done under the table anymore. Everything is going to be monitored. That is complete control. They're not playing these elites. Psalms 49:11. I love to quote this precept. Their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever. How do you think their houses are going to continue forever? By them monitoring you all the time. Right? Because they're a bunch of control freaks. And also they have a God complex. In order to sustain your line and to have complete control over the world and to have people subject underneath you, you have to be a control freak. And that's why they're bringing forth this MOTB, this CHIP. Anyways, it says specifically the move aims to improve financial inclusion, enable banks to better verify their customers so as to reduce banking fraud, and to ensure data security and make transactions more secure. Yeah, by bringing forth unjust weights and an unbalance, right? Lord, how you gonna make something secure when it's unjust or when it's unbalanced, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, let me see if I can get a preset, man. Is it a false balance? Scriptures talks about a false balance. Lord is against that. I'll just read Proverbs 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yoshai, but a just weight is his delight. So you're telling me doing everything cashless without any type of tangible money, that's going to be balanced. That's going to bring you more security, right? That's a diverse weight. That's a false balance, man. But they're telling you otherwise. It's going to be positive. Everything's going to be equal. Everything's going to be secure. Everything that you have is going to be safe because it's going to be monitored and controlled by them. Are you crazy? Proverbs chapter 20, verse 23. Diverse weights are an abomination unto Yahweh Bashim Yoshai, and a false balance is not good. See that? Not good. But they're telling you it's great. Let me read this in the NLT. Yahweh detests double standards. He is not pleased by dishonest scales. That's right, because the scales aren't balanced. And poverty is not going to be done away with if this system were to come into place. People are still going to be poor. People are still going to be broke. This isn't going to change your living situation. So how is this going to help you? Well, we're going to have more secure bank accounts. And majority of the world is starving. And Ethiopia is a poor country. It's one of the poorest countries in Africa, by the way. So how is this going to bring forth economic stability to the people? Fucking joke, man. But you people just eat this shit up. People just eat. You goyim, man. You stupid black people, okay? You stupid bird brain Negroes, especially you. Okay, because the Lord is really dealing with you. And you don't want the Lord to deal with you. That's why all you guys are cursed. Okay, you stupid nations. You have inherited lies from your fathers. Bunch of fools, man. Bunch of damn fools, man. It's all about the elect at the end of the day, man. And the 144,000. If it wasn't for the elect, this place would have been blown up 10 times over already, man. Man. Yeah, man, this place sucks. I'm just thinking about it. All right, man, so let's move on just a little bit. So it says here, per the Ethiopia ID Authority, the new policy not only brings the country in tandem with international best practices in the banking sector, it also sets the template for innovation and the creation of a robust financial ecosystem, which is vital for the nation's economic growth. The move to make Fayda mandatory for banking operations was first announced last year, and it is a joint endeavor of the National Bank of Ethiopia, the country's central bank. You see, now the central bank is getting involved. CBDCs, right? Central bank digital currency, and that's what's next. And the National ID Program, NIDP, support for 2025-2030 digital government strategy. You notice this is the same time frame that they're using for these different corporations. The different corporations like Amazon and even Facebook, Google, and all these different big companies that are out there. They're using this same time frame, 2025 to 2030, to bring forth AI as well. So that show, I did this in my last video. So it's not a coincidence that they're using the same time frame here. It's not a coincidence, man. The same time frame. I remember I did a video going into the WEF and these different corporations showing you how what's his name, Jeff Bezos, how he invested in AI and robotics. He has a lot of stocks in AI and robotics, and then the next year later, this year, he's bringing forth AI robots to replace his employees, right? But the same time frame, 2025 to 2030. That's when they want to make AI dominate, right? And take over your jobs. I spoke about that. So it's the same time frame to bring forth this digital ID to get it in motion. So they want this thing set up by 2030, right? So hey man, prophecy is moving, the Lord is moving. Habakkuk 2 and 3. The vision is yet for an appointed time, though it tarry, wait for it. And the prophecy is speaking, man. It is speaking. It's here. If you don't believe it, you're just ignorant. And you get another precept and close out. Ignorant. I believe that's in Romans. No, 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 38. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Let's see that. Now, yeah, man, that's all I want. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. So just stay ignorant. Stay in the dark. Let the day of the Lord catch you off guard as a thief in the night. Be ignorant. You people want to be ignorant. You want to be stupid. You want to be childish. You want to get angry at the men of the Lord. You want to deny the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, do that. Get judged. Get judged. If you can't see it, you can't see it. If a nigga can't get it, we moving on. I'm going to move on, man. That's your problem, not mine. I don't really give a shit. So this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You notice it says rich and poor. Ethiopia is a poor country, man. Doesn't matter, man. All these poor countries, you're going to have to be down with the game too. And Ethiopia is showing you they're down with the game. Let me just Google that. Ethiopia, one of the poorest countries, right? How poor is Ethiopia? Think they're playing with you? Okay. With about 126.5 million people from 2023, Ethiopia is the second most populous nation in Africa after Nigeria and one of the fastest growing economies in the region, with an estimated 7.2% growth. However, it also remains one of the poorest, with a per capita gross national income of $1,020. Holy shit. Okay, let's see the ranking. Okay, Oxford Report ranks Ethiopia 34th out of 41 African nations on the multi-dimensional poverty index. So Ethiopians, 86 million people live in poverty. See that? They're poor as fuck. Majority of people over there are poor. Poor as shit, but they still got to get down with the game. Hey man, these elites ain't playing, man. Hey, I don't care if you're rich, I don't care if you're poor, I don't care what status, what level you're on. You gotta take this CHIP. You gotta be down with the game. You see, the scriptures don't lie, man. The Lord isn't a liar. The Lord is the truth. You people are upset and you can't handle the truth. Can't handle the truth because Yahweh Bashem El Shai's light shines too bright. people are like roaches, man. When you turn on the light in the kitchen, you see them roaches scatter all over the place, man. Running all over the stovetop and the kitchen counter, man. Because that light comes on. You people are like roaches. Can't handle light. You can't handle the truth. We read the scripture already. You want to be ignorant? Be ignorant. Stay in the dark. Good. That light is going to come. Hey, and that light is going to come again. It's going to manifest through the ICBM missiles, man. That nuclear light, when it goes off, boom! And you people are going to be fucking incinerated, man, in that day. And good. And good. Malachi 4:1. Behold, the day before it says it burned like an oven, man. Gonna burn like an oven, man. The day coming, and it goes into the final admonition, man, the final warning. Behold, the day cometh, and the day of the Lord cometh, and it shall burn like an oven. Yeah, man. Anyways, I'm rambling now. So it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you gotta have it, man, to buy or sell, to function in this society. You gotta have that MARK, and they don't care if you're poor, they don't care if you're rich. You gotta have that mark. Gotta have that mark, man. Gotta. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Going into the mark of the beast itself, getting more specific, going into the universal barcode. That universal barcode is going to be put in you, and you are going to become the barcode. All right. And then once you have that barcode on you, that means you're a commodity. You're a servant to the beast, whether you believe it or not. Anyways, man, this is it. And that's it. I'm done. With that, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Chodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, and Abad Babal.